BWOne here from BWOne, and in this video I'm going to give you my top 3 reasons why you should buy Nexus 6. So this is going to serve as our review here. We did have the phone last year, didn't get a chance to review it during last year, so figure in the middle of January right now, let's give you my top 3 reasons why you should grab it. So let's get started right now. So alright, the first thing I really want to talk about here with the Nexus 6 that I really like a lot is the display. It is a near 6-inch display that has quad HD resolution. It's a beautiful, vibrant display. It shows a lot of color and vibrancy with it as well too, which is pretty cool. Video content looks really good on it. You can see a little notification coming in there. We'll just swipe that away for right now, and we'll bring up some video here. We'll actually bring up some YouTube video to kind of get a look at it here. It's looking pretty good on here. And we can rotate this around. This is our own video right here. And this is also a good way to display the front firing speakers as well too, which also sound pretty good. They're not on HTC One level, but they do sound pretty good. And it's nice that it's just firing at you while you're looking at a video. And you know, almost everything pretty much looks good on here, especially if you do get it in a quad HD resolution, but 1080p content looks good as well too. So I really like the display. I like the fact that with it being 6 inches, it's not that much bigger than the Galaxy Note, as you can see right here. So the Galaxy Note 4 here has a 5.7-inch display, and while the 6-inch display is a little bit bigger, you can kind of see here that it isn't too much bigger in terms of size, which is pretty nice here. It's still pretty much able to kind of be held pretty easily, which is nice. And that's one of the things you have to really worry about with sort of phablet-based devices, because it's sometimes it can be a little bit hard to hold, especially with one hand. I have big hands, so it doesn't hurt me too much, but even at 6 inches, sometimes you can sort of feel it there. But it's nice that it's still decent size for a phablet. And it also disappoints me a little bit because I really would like to see them make a smaller version of this device for people that aren't looking for a phablet in a sense, the same sort of build and designs and specs. So they really did some great job in speccing this device out. So that kind of leads into my second thing here that I really like about the Nexus 6, and that is Android 5.0. This is really the first version of Android that I felt in a long time that I feel that is average consumer ready, where pretty much anyone can tackle this and really use it and be able to navigate this very, very well. It's running Android 5.0 Lollipop, as you can see here, and it's much more user-friendly than I've seen in past versions of Android, where a lot of manufacturers had to kind of jump in and add their own skins and elements to it. With the Nexus 6, that isn't necessarily too bad here. It's definitely, they found different ways, like, you know, to kind of make it a little bit easier to sort of navigate and use Android, especially somebody that's a novice to it, and it's still very fast and speedy. It's much faster than previous versions of Android. It does help that the phone does come with quad-core processing, a Snapdragon 805, 3 gigabytes of RAM inside of it, so it keeps things running very, very smooth and running very efficiently as well. You can take a look here at some of the settings. See, that's your app drawer right there, as you can see. But we can also take a look at a couple of the settings menu, the drop down here in your notification section. That should come on here. And notification will actually show up on the lock screen. If we have any, it will actually pop up here in the lock screen as well too, which is actually I find pretty useful too. We'll open that back up so we can check out. All right, come out of contacts. Let's actually check out the settings. Bring that up. It's a little bit nicer, a little bit more uniform than previous versions of Android, which is pretty cool. Makes it a little bit easier to kind of find what you're looking for. You do have a nice you have your battery app in here, which has a battery saver, and battery life is very good on this. Definitely with Android 5.0, and it pretty much having a 3200 milliamp hour battery inside of it, 3220 to be exact. It definitely lasts me all day, which is one of the things. If it can last me through a work day, I definitely will support that phone. And this phone can last through a work day, which is pretty cool. It does have the ability to give you about 6 hours of battery life and about a 15-minute charge. So if you use their quick turbocharge feature, and if you use their particular adapter, it'll be able to do that. Similar to fast charging that you find in the Galaxy Note 4 and other devices using sort of that quick charge technology. All right, let's take a look here for a few other things here. And within Android, it's just a nice user experience. They've improved things as such with the camera UI. Now the camera itself, I'm still not the biggest fan of. It's still kind of an average picture taker in terms of quality. We can take a look at a couple of the photos here, and you'll see it's okay. It's not great. It's definitely better than I think the Nexus 5 in previous versions. Took some pictures on a gloomy day here, but it's definitely better than previous versions of Android in terms of picture and video quality, which it has a 13 megapixel camera and it can record in 4K, which is pretty nice. See if we can get some 4K video in here, we can see. Oh, no, only had 1 second there.
Bowman here from BWOne, and we're out here in a very wet and rainy day.
You can see there. That's recording in a 4K resolution. We can kind of push this up here a little bit. It's a rainy and cold day, the day that we did that video, as you can see. And we can take a look at some of the different photos here. Like, it's not stellar photography, stellar photos, but it is better than the previous versions of the Nexus. But I really like, this is such a premium device, I really would like to see a better camera, and especially after using the Galaxy Note 4, which I think has the best camera in an Android phone right now. It really would be nice to see Google sort of step it up and pretty much put the best camera possible inside of a Nexus phone, because you're getting all these great specs inside here with it as well, because they really haven't skipped anything. That's why it's the price that it is. If you get it from the Google Play Store at about $600 or so, depending if you get a 32 or 64 gigabyte version. This is the carrier variant that we have here, which it runs at about $249 on contract and $22 a month sort of for AT&T on their next plan. Another nice feature here is that even though this is the carrier version, we can uninstall the carrier nonsense if you don't want that bloat. Boom. Do you want to get rid of it? It is gone. Outside of the native Google applications is the only thing you really can't uninstall here. But if you want to get rid of all the Google stuff, all the AT&T stuff rather, you can get rid of that stuff. And that's a really nice thing to have there. So Android 5.0 is really my nice thing about it. I was really talking about that's the second thing I really like about it. And the third thing I really do like about the Nexus, I already kind of talked about here, which is the great battery life with it and the overall build quality as well too. I really do think the Nexus brand is going to be something that's going to be appealing to people that are Google enthusiasts, but also people that are looking for something that's more of a pure stock experience. It's something that's a little more simpler. It doesn't have a bunch of kind of glob and gloop and a whole bunch of extras inside of it. You're going to pay a premium for that, but you're getting a premium device overall here with it. So those are my top 3 reasons why I really like and would really suggest the Nexus 6 here for you. Like I said, I think it has a great display on here. Android 5.0 is great. Overall, great build quality, and I also think the battery life is very good on it as well too. And it's going to be good for those, like I said, that are looking for a pure experience, don't want too much huff and fluff on their device. You're going to pay a premium for it, but you're going to get some premium specs along with it. So that's the Nexus 6 here. That's my top 3 reasons. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please drop them below in the comment section. Post there. We can get a good discussion going on. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Share it around. It definitely helps us out a lot here on the website. Also, be sure to join us on our Facebook fan page. We post a lot of great content on there. Also, also follow us on Twitter as well too. We can talk and discuss on there. And at our main website at BWOne. The link to all of that is in the description. And always remember to live your tech world in high definition. Thanks for watching.